If you've ever wondered why you never see the planet Earth on the astrology chart, it's because you're standing on it. We're the observer, standing on the surface of the Earth, looking out at planets and constellations as stellar waypoints, and, as such, the Earth and its position in space and time is the natal chart. The foundation of the chart is the horizon, and not the horizon we see with the naked eye, which astrologers call the apparent horizon. We use the true horizon, the center and rotational axis of the planet. So, imagine yourself in the very center of a planet Earth made of glass, looking outward at the cosmos. We can navigate our position using 6 points of orientation: north, south, east, and west are horizontal points that we're already familiar with, and astrology relies on these points for bearing. When we convert this data into a two-dimensional wheel, we get this: the eastern horizon becoming the 0 point on the chart. We divide the chart into ascending and descending axes, with the ascending axis showing us everything that was visible in the sky at the time the chart was created, and the descending axis revealing what was hidden by planet Earth. By looking at the eastern horizon, we know the ascendant, the sign sitting at the 9 o'clock point of the chart. This allows us to plot the position of the other constellations or signs. By calculating the angle that the ascendant occupies, we can tilt the position of the signs to accurately represent the position they occupied at the time of chart creation. Then we divide the chart into houses, the sizes of which may differ depending on the house system you use. And don't worry about this for now. We're going to cover house systems in this course. The frame of the natal chart we call the meridian, and this gives us 4 waypoints, the ascendant and descendant, which are easily calculated by looking at those horizontal positional axes. Knowing our position in 3-dimensional space at the time of birth creates a whole bunch of opportunities to calculate new positional data, especially in relation to other bodies in the solar system. By mapping the orbit of the Sun relative to our geographical position, we create an axis called the ecliptic, and we tag the position of the Sun on the ecliptic axis on the chart. By following the ecliptic, we can calculate the midheaven or medium coli, the highest point the Sun occupies relative to the Earth on the ecliptic, and this more or less intersects the cusp of the 10th house. The imum coli, which translates to bottom of the sky, is the lowest point of the ecliptic, and this is the 4th house cusp in most house systems. The Moon more or less follows the same orbital angle with a variance of around 5 degrees, and again we use this data to plot the position of the Moon. The north or ascending node of the Moon's orbit is another important point on the chart, as is the south node, and we'll work with this in the course ahead. We refer to the Sun and Moon as luminaries, sources of light, and points of great importance on the chart. The ascendant, descendant, midheaven, and nadir are the cardinal points of the chart. They carry initiating energy and provide the volition that causes the wheel to spin. As you know, the ascendant, the Sun, and the Moon make up the big 3, the 3 prime movers of the chart. But seeing the way they impact and in many respects build the chart explains why. We then plot the position of the planets, so if Mars was here in the sky, it would appear here on the chart, and so on until the positions of all planets are marked. We're also able to plot the position of other stellar bodies, such as asteroids, and in this course we'll take a look at the major asteroids astrologers use and their rulership. Working with the meridian, we have hemispheres, north, south, eastern and western hemispheres that reveal important information about the houses they contain and personality types. Finally, By using mathematical information gathered in the chart, we can calculate new points called Arabic parts, and in this course, we'll take a look at the most popular of the Arabic parts, the part of fortune. So there you have it, an overview of the content we're going to be working with in this advanced course. Hopefully, you'll also have a clearer idea of how the Great Wheel comes together in astrology and how these parts interconnect. Let's set this wheel in motion.